Hey everyone, so welcome back to another video, and this time we're going to be comparing the new Skate Classic Vans Skate High to the older versions of the Vans Pro Skate High. And sorry for the audio and cameras, I don't have that set up right now, and I just wanted to make this video real quick. And just let me know if there's any problems with the videos. So anyways, this is the newer model, and I'm going to get the left shoe out of the way right now. And here's the older model. Now, this older model was one of the Ultra Cush versions, but instead of using the Ultra Cush insole, we're going to be using the Pop Cush insole from a Vans Rowan Pro. And I've only really walked around in these insoles, so they're pretty fresh, not skated or compressed or anything. Right, so let's go into this real quick. So when you get these in the box, they're going to come both shoes come unlaced, and they're going to be just around this eyelet, which is good because that forces you to put on the shoe and then lace them to fit your foot size. Now, moving into the box, you can see it's a very clearly different design. When you open it up, you're going to get some of the packaging wrap, as well as another pair of laces. So you don't need to buy an extra pair of laces. And the old Vans already do this, if I can recall correctly. But obviously, that might not be the case for every Vans Pros. But for the Skate Classics, you do get 2 pairs of laces. So I have taken the insoles outside of both shoes, and we're going to compare each one. So we're going to compare the shoes and shoes together, and the insoles together. Now let's start off with the shoes first, and I'll get into the insoles later. And if the pictures don't come clear up on the video right now, I will take additional pictures and put them on the video to show what I'm talking about. So the one thing that people keep bringing up is that the little tag here has been replaced with a checker tab one. And it does feel a lot more stiff and harder, kind of like it's been coated in like glue or something, to make it firm. Now, it's obviously a very minor detail. You can just like color it out with a black marker or something, but people seem dead keen that these shoes suck because of this little tag, and that's really dumb. The second thing people have noticed is that the sole does seem more glossy, a little bit more reflective than the normal Pros, which don't have that sort of reflection. And personally, I like it, you know? If you ever had a pair of Converse 70s, it's the same exact shine, and I'm sure it's gonna wear away within, a few sessions of skating. Now, I did hear that this glossy shine isn't going to be across all models of the Skate Classics, so keep that in mind. They might remove this gloss sometime down the line. Let's get into the sole now, on the bottom. Now, this one is kind of worn down a little bit, but I do have some areas of the shoe that were not worn down by my grip tape, right? And that includes the back treads and the treads a little bit over here. Now, when you compare both shoes, the treads on the Skate Classics are definitely deeper. Now, I think this does sound like a good thing. So that prevents bald spots from forming. As you can see here on the Skate High, the deeper the tread is, the more time the life of the sole will remain. Right, so I've taken out the laces of both shoes so we can really go look inside the shoe. Coming to the Vans Pro, as you can see, when you take off the laces, the tongue just kind of comes out because there's no elastic keeping this tongue from sliding around. So when you actually have the shoe on and all kind of stuff, the tongue tends to just go to the side, kind of like this or like that, and it's very, very annoying. Now, moving on to the Skate Classics, however, they do have elastic on the inside. As you can see here, there is a giant band here and another giant band on the other side. Now, obviously, this does mean that the tongue, you can't really fold it out like the Vans Pro, but there's not really an instance where you would actually need to. And this is a very good change where the tongue is just going to stay in place and help you keep your feet more secure, but it's not going to slide around all annoying like. And also, what they added inside the sole of the Skate Classic is like a plastic plate that extends from here to here. Now, obviously, you can't see it on camera, but if you take out the insole and you feel around this area, you can feel the hard plastic plate. And if you try to bend it, definitely a lot more tougher. But as you can see, it is still flexible. Now, coming to here, this does not have the plastic plate. and it's much easier to bend and flex. See? Just like that. Let's go back to the Skate Classic. Try that. Okay. So it did require a little bit more effort, but it doesn't mean that you can't bend that area. Now moving on to more aesthetic changes, this includes the tag on the back of the heel. As you can see, this one just says Vans off the wall and then Pro in the corner. Then you move on to the Skate Classics, and it's completely different. Still says Vans off the wall, but this time it says skateboarding in the corner in white text. So one of the differences of the Skate Classics is that the shoes are going to have a better heel counter in this area. Instead of cardboard like the Vans Pros have it, it's good. It feels like some kind of more harder plastic that's still flexible, and it's really much better than whatever is in the other shoe. Now, when I'm squeezing on the Skate Classics, the difference doesn't feel like it's really there. They kind of feel the same, honestly. But I also have a pair of authentic Skate Classics, and I can really feel that heel kind of working. You know, when I was wearing it new, it wasn't rubbing on the back of my heel and bleeding or anything, and that is a really great improvement. Now, looking at the toe box, you can see that it is very similar. I believe that the Skate Classics has a slightly thinner toe box than this one, so that means less rubber. But I don't know if that means it's going to wear out faster because it's supposed to be a better version. But, you know, for those who like kick flips and all of that, it might be a good thing that there is less rubber because Vans naturally just have a ton of rubber on the toe box, and that can make flipping boards like really weird because you have to adjust to all that extra rubber, especially if the shoe is new. Right, now let's move on to the insoles. Now remember, this is the one from the Skate Classics, and this one is from a Vans Pro Rowan. As you can see right away, that they're pretty similar on the top side, but this one says Pop Cush and has skateboarding on the heel. Now turning them over, we can definitely see some changes, and this includes the pattern on the bottom. And I don't know if this actually makes a difference or whatnot, but both of these have a different pattern. So this one just has, you know, kind of like the Vans tread you see on the sole, and it just kind of gradually evens out over here where it's not so deep. Then you move on to Skate Classics insole, and it's completely different. You have like hexagons here, rectangles here, thinner hexagons over here by the toe area, and then on the heel it's just rectangles, kind of like the Vans sole tread. And then this pattern continues onto the side of the insole. And then for the Vans Pro one, it's still just that triangle. One thing I did notice is that this insole is definitely a lot more firm than the Pro insole. Now, hopefully it appears on camera, but when I turn them over, and put them at level, the Skate Classics insole keeps its shape and keeps up, while the Vans Pro insole, the Pop Cush, sags down a little bit because of gravity. So it looks something like this, and I'll be sure to put up a picture about what I mean. And when you press down, with even pressure on both sides, you can definitely feel the difference. So definitely good that this insole is a lot more firm than the normal Pop Cush. When you compare the Pop Cush to Ultra Cush, Pop Cush is much more firm, and that was a big problem with the Ultra Cush ones, where they were just too soft and they would just crumble under weight and all that, and it didn't make for a very good insole. While with the more firm insole, it just felt a lot more supportive and felt like it lasted a lot longer. Another difference between the insoles is that the Skate Classic insole is shorter than the Pop Cush insole. So you can definitely see it over here, and I'll be sure to post more pictures about them. But anyways, one of the big problems with Vans soles is that the heel area feels really tall. It doesn't look like that on camera, but when you actually wear the shoe, it just feels weird, especially if this is your first time buying Vans. Same it has the same problem with Ultra Cush, and a lot of people didn't really like the insole because of how high it felt. Kind of feels like you were wearing high heels or something. Now they made it a lot more level, and the heel area on the Skate Classics insole is a lot more thinner and shorter. But it doesn't mean it has less impact protection, and I think it's because it's a lot more firm than the normal Pop Cush. Right, so I think one of the biggest differences is the price. Now, usually the Vans Pros are either $65 or $70, depends on where you get them from. But with the Skate Classics, they raised the price. So now the price is floating somewhere around $75 or $85. It depends on which colorway. For some reason, the first release of these, the all black versions with the white stitching, they're $85, while the other colorways are about $75 or $80. And I don't know why, because they're pretty much the same exact shoe. So definitely keep that in mind. And I don't think these guys are going to go on sale for a while. So if you already like the Vans Pros, might be worthwhile to stock up on them. Right, so that was the comparisons between the Skate Classics and the Vans Pro. And obviously there's no skating in the video because that would just way too long of a video. So I'm definitely making another video showing the performance of the Skate Classics and just make it easier for people who only want to see one or the other. If I missed anything, please let me know. If you have any questions, to let me know, as I do have both shoes on hand. And I can't wait to see how these guys perform. Put them on feet, pretty nice, pretty comfortable. I've also had a pair of the Skate Classics Authentics just for casual wear, and those are pretty good as well. And I definitely do think that it is a much bigger improvement to the Vans Pros. Anyways, stay tuned for the next video, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day.